Full-time at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena on the first day of the new league season. Full-time score 1-1 between Coventry Sphinx and Quorn. We're here with John Woodward, joint manager. Woody, can you try and sum up your thoughts on the historic occasion for Coventry Sphinx, first ever step 4 match?
Yes, proud of the lads. Possibly might have settled for a point before the game. I thought the lads were brilliant. Great shape, great endeavour, great work rate. You know, against very good Quorn side. Yeah, very pleased, especially after last week. Great response.
Well, what was the response like in training? Obviously, it was disappointing to go out in the cup. What was said to try and gee the lads up for the opening to the league campaign?
Yeah, we just said to them, look, it was just one of those days last week. You have to sort of put it behind you and get on. We sort of said, we remarked about our discipline was poor last week, picked up 5 bookings, you know, and we have to handle things better. You know, last year we were used to winning games, and when things didn't go our way like last week, we didn't cope well. So just things like that, you know, relish the challenge. You know, they earned the right last year to play at this level, and just earn the right and go and ruffle a few feathers. And you know, we've done well today. Very pleased.
Well, it was really a battle of two midfields, two very competitive sides, neither wanted to give an inch. Yeah,
without a doubt. I'd say we played a good side, good players who played at a higher level. Some of them at Nuneaton last year, and we matched them all over the park, and they knew that they were in a game at the end.
Well, towards the end of the first half, it opened up a little bit more, but it was a very cagey, a very even opening 45 minutes. Was it a satisfactory result to come in level at half-time, given the nature of the game?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you know, it's important that we stayed in the game, and 0-0 at half-time. I guess both sides were still firmly in the game. It was even Stevens. There weren't many chances. We probably had the better of the half chances really in the first half.
Well, from half chances to goal, it was really as straightforward as that. First real opportunity of the second half, Callum Whiteside scores, but then within 60 seconds we're all level again. I mean, it's quite poetic seeing as how the match went. It was so close.
Yeah, well, it's that old saying, isn't it? You're most vulnerable when you just scored, and that was us today. Just switched off, and you get punished. But definitely at this level, just switched off. We probably still over the moon that we just scored, and we stopped doing what we'd been doing all through the game. So yeah, we got punished, and yeah, must have been within 10 seconds that they equalised. Ridiculous.
Well, the only real blemish on a fantastic game of football was the injury to Jordan Hayward in the first half. It seemed to be an issue with his groin. Can you give us any sort of update on how serious the injury is?
Yeah, Kirk, the physio, they always sort of cover themselves a little bit, and he said 3 weeks, but maybe 2 to 3 weeks. He's quite a fit lad, so hopefully he'll recover quickly. But I've just said to him, you know, I know 2 lads didn't get on today, and we've got a big squad, and that is the importance of it. You know, a good player like Callum Martin is ready to come straight on, and to be fair to him, he settled in straight away with the pace of the game. That, you know, it's always hard for subs to pick the pace up, and he did. It was a fantastic substitution, really.
Well, from the goals, it again settled into a very even match. But then the big talking point at the end, the goal that was never to be. Fans behind the goal, even Quorn supporters have said it was well over the line. What could you see from the touchline?
It's hard from the halfway line, but you kind of gauge players' body language in that quick few seconds. I got the impression that Quorn players thought it was over just by their body language. But I can't comment really from the halfway line. But the reaction was, looked over. I just wish someone had really made sure. But that's football at this level, there's no VAR.
Well, if we got paid a bit more, maybe we could stretch to doing VAR this season, but for now, obviously so close to being a goal, and it kind of epitomises what sort of a game it was. Coming out of it, being such a tight-knit game, surely a draw was the only fair result for both teams.
Yes, it was nip and tuck. There was no real clear chances. You know, it's looked, you know, free kicks, corners. That looked like where both teams looked like they were going to score. So, yeah, it is probably a fair result, but we're a little bit peeved because I'm under the impression I think that's gone over the line. But that's football. We'll get them go for us and go against us.
And finally, coming into this game, it was really a stepping into the unknown. First ever match at Step 4. Have you really gauged the competitive side of what we can expect in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands this season?
I expect games like that every week. Tight, tough. What I've just said to them is it's now Step 4 proper football. Every game is going to be tight and competitive, and that little bit of quality is where teams will win games.
Well, what a fantastic game of football. Good to get the mark with a point. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.